Number 5.
Your Aunt Franny.
Oh, come on, Jetty.
What you can't do is deny.
Who asked for this? No, really, I need names. Warner Brothers just announced a sequel to Practical Magic, a movie that came out 28 years ago. And here's the funny part. The original was a box office bomb. It had a $75 million budget and only made $68 million. That means it lost money. So some executive looked at a nearly 30-year-old flop and said, let's make another one. Bold strategy. Practical Magic 2 releases on September 18th, 2026. The entire plan here seems to be banking on TikTok trends. You know, the witchy aesthetic stuff that is popular online right now? That is the whole marketing angle. But here is the problem. Internet trends move fast. What is popular today will be forgotten by next year. Building a major movie release around a TikTok vibe is incredibly risky. A cult following on social media does not mean people will actually buy tickets. Warner Brothers is betting big on witch vibes, and it probably will not pay off. If banking on TikTok trends sounds risky, just wait until you see Hollywood's attempt to revive a 20-year-old comedy that nobody asked to come back. Number 4. There is something I like to call the Zoolander effect. It is when Hollywood takes a beloved comedy from 20 years ago and makes a sequel that nobody wanted. And it always flops. Zoolander 2 flopped. Coming to America flopped. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 flopped. The pattern is clear. Comedy does not age well, and jokes from 2 decades ago do not hit the same way anymore. Yet here we are with The Devil Wears Prada 2 coming on May 1st, 2026. The original was a huge hit back in 2006. Meryl Streep was iconic. Anne Hathaway was perfect. But that was almost 20 years ago. The fashion industry has completely changed. The humor that worked back then feels outdated now. And here is the real problem. Streep and Hathaway are not cheap. Disney is paying blockbuster money for a comedy sequel with a near 100% chance of failure based on history. The joke is not funny anymore, and the price tag is way too high. At least that movie has real star power. The next sequel has stars that audiences are actively tired of seeing everywhere. Number 3. Quick question. When was the last time you heard anyone talk about Jumanji? Take your time. I will wait. The answer is probably 2019, because that is when the last one came out. And since then, absolutely nothing. Zero cultural conversation. No memes, no references, nothing. The franchise just vanished from everyone's mind. But Sony is bringing it back anyway, with Jumanji 3 releasing on December 11th, 2026. The previous movies made good money, so I understand the logic, but here is the issue. Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart are everywhere. They are in everything. Audiences are experiencing what experts call overexposure fatigue. People are just tired of seeing them. The magic is gone. On top of that, December 2026 is a brutal month. You have Avatar sequels and Star Wars content fighting for attention. Jumanji will get crushed. This is what I call the safe blockbuster that feels like homework. It exists only because the last one made money, not because anyone actually wants it. But even a tired blockbuster cannot compare to what Pixar is about to do to your childhood memories. This next one actually hurts. Number 2.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Some endings are perfect. You do not touch them. You leave them alone. Toy Story 4 gave us one of those endings. Woody said goodbye to his friends and went off on his own journey. It was emotional. It was beautiful. It was finished. The story was complete. So what does Pixar do? They announced Toy Story 5 for June 19th, 2026. They are undoing that perfect ending just to sell more toys. And I mean that literally. This is about merchandise. Even hardcore Pixar fans are upset about this one. The studio that gave us WALL-E, Up, and Inside Out is now terrified of original ideas. Their recent original movie Elio bombed, and now they are running back to sequels for safety. Toy Story 5 might be the most cynical cash grab in Pixar history. It proves that the company cares more about safe profits than telling new stories. This is not about art. This is about fear. Pixar used to take risks. Now they just dig up old franchises and hope nostalgia pays the bills. And now we arrive at number 1. The movie's so bad that Netflix, the company that greenlights literally everything, actually said no to it.
You cannot kill destiny, and I am destiny.
Number 1, Netflix says yes to everything. They made a movie about a woman falling in love with a Christmas prince. They made multiple sequels to that movie. They greenlight content that nobody watches just to fill their library. So when Netflix looks at your project and says no thanks, you have a serious problem. That is exactly what happened with Masters of the Universe. Netflix spent $30 million on pre-production in 2024. Then they looked at what they had and canceled the whole thing. They thought it would flop hard. So what happened next? Amazon picked it up. They are now spending over $200 million on a movie that Netflix rejected. The star